I came across Deb's page. Well, first off, I was doing research on hair transplant. That's how it started. I wasn't too, convinced with the procedure. I was skeptical about it. And one of my personal friends told me about this new thing came out, which is called micropigmentation. Never heard of it, never seen it in person or in pictures. So I did my research and I came across Scalp Ink CT, Deb's page on Instagram. I was really impressed with the before and afters. I contacted her, so we set up a consultation. I drove to her spot, which is in Connecticut. I'm from New York. She was very welcoming. She made me feel comfortable. She explained to me exactly what the procedure was. She did the measurements with my scalp. We spoke about price, and I was blown away because at first I was looking into hair transplant, and the price is such a significant difference. And it was no kind of surgery, nothing like that, and I just went through with it. So after the first session, it took about maybe 3 hours, but we took a break halfway, and she did my hairline first, and I was just blown away. Like, I was speechless at that point. In a sense, it was nerve-wracking, but in a good way. It was just a life-changing experience. I was nowhere near the first session done. And I knew I had 2 more sessions left, but just for that hour and a half that I was there, it literally changed my life right then and there. The second session basically is darkening, shading. Just after the first session alone, I was good. Like, she told me there was still much more to do, but the first session alone was so mind-blowing that I was like, listen, I don't even need any more sessions. The first session literally, it's everything. Like, just by the first session, you can't wait on number 2 and number 3, because after the first session, I'm like, there's no way this could get any better. There's no way. And sure enough, it did. I mean, the first session is the layout, basically your hairline, setting everything up. And the second and third session is just, filling in the gaps, darkening things, adjusting any adjustments she needs to do. For example, the second session we had to, I wanted to adjust the hairline a little bit more, and she was open to it. That's the good thing about this micropigmentation, is that you can always, in the beginning, adjust whether you want it darker or you want your hairline shaped differently, things like that. So Deb was very open to it. The third session was basically shading everything in, putting the final touches on everything. And I can tell you, since the procedure has been done, I feel like I'm starting a brand new life. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's that much of a life-changing experience. This procedure that was done with Deb, the whole micropigmentation thing, I feel like I'm born again. I feel like I had a brand new start on life just now when I'm in my prime, and it really changed everything. And my self-esteem is much better. And the beautiful thing about it is people can't even tell. Like, it looks so natural. That's the best part about it. Like, it's nothing crazy where people could tell you had a procedure done, because literally no one could tell. None of my friends, none of my family members, they just looked at me different, and they really couldn't pinpoint what was different about me. But in a sense, that's great, because it looks so natural, and it feels natural. So having this procedure done, I could honestly say it was probably one of the best decisions that I made in my life. Just by getting this procedure done, my self-esteem went to another level, and it made me even want to focus on fixing my, my health and just readjusting my whole image in general. So this micropigmentation has literally changed my life in so many ways.